And if it feels really hot outside, it should. Today, officially now the hottest day of the year for San Antonio and a big part of the viewing area. When will we get a break? We'll talk about that coming up. And in case you're wondering why we're here, it's right over my shoulder, this beautiful waterfall that's been glazed over with ice. We have got a great show for you on this Monday morning. We're giving away a bunch of free stuff. We're going to give away a trip for free for two to Mexico. You're not going to want to miss that. By the way, we'll be taking lucky caller number 5.
You're doing awesome. No, Jared, we need some music in here.
And you can receive a, what is it, a 5-class pack valued at $105. That, of course, is because everything starts to get going at about 5, maybe 6 p.m., but there's a lot of stuff to do, especially for the kids, so you may want to come on out here. Otherwise, this guy's coming home with me. You can see the forward speed of these storms pretty hefty, pretty quick at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. That's good. That's something that works in our favor because that means we're not going to have an issue with flooding. So a good Labor Day weekend to walk the dogs. And it looks like we got a couple of thunderstorms. I'm going to use Mona's leg right there in between Goliad, and you can see that line dropping on back towards Victoria, and it will certainly have an adverse effect on our weather pattern. Now, whether or not it hits San Antonio, that's not really the question. It could actually take away our rain chances or enhance them.
Hope a lot of people join us out there.
I think they will. KENS 5 does great work in the community, and didn't we last year? We had the 1 million goal,
and we 2 million.
Yeah,
yes,
2 million.
We made 2 million.
Just for good measure. So
yes,
that's great.
Hope to do that again.
Yes, and thank you in advance for helping out. Great weather out there. Yes. It's nice that the weather's cooperating. Will that be the case the whole weekend? Well, maybe not. Let's get a look outside your window. On a downtown Skycam view, we are looking good, live in high definition, partly cloudy skies, quiet radar. Will stay that way overnight, but a cold front on the way, a rare cold front, because we usually don't get fronts to drop this far south this time of year. Storms possible both on Saturday and Sunday, and then a couple small rain chances sprinkled in later on in the 7-day, then dry at the very end. 91 degrees unofficial because we're still at 91. Average 93 and the record 106 set back not that long ago in 2012. No temperatures near 100, nothing of the sort, and nothing expected in the 7-day forecast. On the most powerful radar in town, we're not picking up on anything in our viewing area, but a couple of popcorn thunderstorms coming in east of here, Houston, Galveston, and the usual suspects that get in on the sea breeze activity, but nothing over here, and even the couple of showers that are moving close to our viewing area will lose their punch in doing so. So high pressure is going to weaken, and you can see that cold front, that rare front we've been talking about. There it is, draped across from northwest, I should say northeast, going back to southwest, and it's not going to be a tremendous rainmaker. So let me start by saying, even though our rain chances do go up over the weekend, I'm not expecting any severe weather at this time, and we're not expecting really that much of a flood threat. It is a low, I would say minimal threat. So if you have outdoor plans this weekend, I would say go ahead and keep them, but you're going to want to keep the rain gear just to be on the safe side. Upper 80s to the north, mid 90s, warm to the south, and low to mid 90s out to the west. Tack on another 5 degrees just to account for these numbers here, the dew points that are elevated. So the heat index reading right now in the upper 90s. So if it feels pretty warm out there, there is good reason for it. You see these two areas converging in East Texas. One is the cold front to the area of low pressure, and then the sea breeze all coming together. But as we see, a lot of times that tends to weaken that action. Once we get some of the rain in North Texas to drop to the south, we're going to have about a 40% chance here on Saturday, and then the best chance of rain right now appears to be Saturday night. Anytime the front moves through or anytime we're along the front, that's going to be the best chance. And we could see the moisture and then the drying behind it. What about our rain prediction over the next 48 hours? Well, again, I'm not looking at much of a flood threat, and it looks like the farther north you go on Saturday, the better chance of rain. That makes sense because that's where the front's coming from, and the computer model wants to give us about 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch over the next 48 hours, so certainly that's not a washout. And it looks like the front, it's going to be very interesting. The front won't just plow on through and go away. It'll actually gain itself and then backtrack, or what we call retrograde. That's why we can't really get rid of the rain chances on Sunday, and then the shift of focus will go to the southern part of the viewing area, and then lingering showers on Monday. So we've had some beautiful weather for today, beautiful weather the past couple of days. Weekend looking a little bit iffy, but if you look at the futurecast for tomorrow, it's going to keep the rain. It's going to actually bring it into northern Bexar County tomorrow afternoon, but not quite dial it in all the way. So again, we're going to see that line shift more and more to the south as we get to Sunday, and we'll go with about a 40% chance each of those days. So again, keep your outdoor plans this weekend, but just know we're going to see a couple scattered storms. Shouldn't be anything too taxing though. 75 degrees for tonight, partly cloudy, still mild, still muggy, but nothing on radar, nothing expected. And in the 7-day, again, this isn't too bad. Once we get away from the weekend, we're still going to have that lingering chance on Monday. That's because that cold front is going to be stalled out nearby. And then in the rest of the 7-day forecast, just a couple of small 20%ers on Tuesday and Wednesday, and the remainder, the end of the 7-day, we take rain chances out out altogether. But that's a good-looking 7-day, not just because of the rain chances, but because of the high temperatures. The highest thing we have on the map is 92 degrees. You know, Deborah, it is. You know, all the long-range models were suggesting this could be a cooler than normal summer. So far, they are right on the money. Let's hope it stays that way.
Happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Jared.
Well, we sure could use it to be a little warmer around here tonight.
Yeah, we could. Our New Year's is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get.
Right.
And it
Just
changes every
depends.
year. But
Every year.
But this is bad, even
This is
even
one
for
of
this
the
time
worst
of year.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I know a lot of people have outdoor plans, but you really got to keep up with the forecast and exercise caution, particularly if you're going to be in the hill country for this evening. Already temperatures at freezing. Let's get a look outside and kick off what is a busy weather forecast this New Year's Eve. Outside right now, we're cloudy. You got a couple of weak showers out there, but we are well above freezing in San Antonio. And the good news, the city is expected to remain above freezing, so at no time should we see freezing rain here. Nevertheless, bridges and overpasses in the northern part of Bexar County, they might actually freeze. So hill country icing, a very good bet for New Year's Eve and even for the morning of New Year's Day in the hill country again. And more rain Thursday, Friday, so keep the rain gear handy. It's kind of a dreary forecast, at least through Friday. Good news, on the weekend we'll pick things back up and we'll get nice weather. I went ahead and I drew in this blue line because I really wanted to break this down. You see, sometimes the National Weather Service, they'll highlight the entire county like they did with Bexar, but that doesn't mean all of Bexar County needs to be on alert. So I drew this line, and it's really the northwestern tip of Bexar County. So just before you get into Bernie, I would say maybe as far south as Helotes and anywhere north of Helotes and Bernie, that's where you're going to see the problem. So that's where the winter storm warning's in effect. The winter weather advisories here in purple, which means there's just a chance, but it's really not a good bet, especially because here in San Antonio we should remain above freezing. Temperature at 40 degrees. We've been locked down at 40. Got a couple of isolated showers, but again, you look at Kerrville and look at Rock Springs, 28 degrees. So anything that falls in the Rock Springs and Kerrville area will be in the form of frozen precipitation. Not snow though, and there are a couple of snow showers in the western part of the state. Now the radar leaves something to be desired because sometimes when you get drizzle, the radar doesn't pick it up very well. So we look here, we look at the visibility, and anywhere where you really see that big drop off in visibility, usually that indicates an area where there's a little bit of drizzle. So if you live anywhere between Rock Springs, Fredericksburg, Kerrville, back down Uvalde, definitely stay off the roads. Again, I know it's New Year's Eve. I know a lot of folks have plans, but it's not looking like a great forecast. What about the midnight forecast in the downtown area? Again, we'll be above freezing. 37 degrees should be our temperature right at about midnight. 30% scattered showers, cloudy, cold. It's going to feel like the low 30s. So here's what happens in the next 12 hours. Notice how temperatures don't drop that far. They get down to about 36 at 3 in the morning, and I'm only forecasting a low of 35 for San Antonio. That's close, but no cigar. So we got to really stay focused over the next couple of hours. But the good news, it looks like San Antonio will dodge a bullet. Definitely not, though, in the hill country where temperatures have been below freezing all day long. So again, the surfaces, they are ready to go. This is the way it feels against human skin. Feels like about freezing downtown, but it feels like 22 degrees in Fredericksburg. Yeah, it's definitely not a nice forecast. The other important number is dew points, because remember, the dew point's going to tell us just how low the temperature can drop. Even though the dew point says 31 in San Antonio, we're not expected to be on that dew point. We should be a few degrees above that, so it looks like we are going to stay above freezing. We've got our overrunning pattern. We're in the wake of the front. We've got snow showers up to the north, and we're dredging up all that Pacific moisture, and that's going to be here the next couple of days. So we're still going to stay with a rainy forecast Thursday afternoon and again on Friday. The good news, though, it looks like temperatures will rebound. So tonight into tomorrow morning is our only concern for icing. Then it goes back to plain old rain for the remainder of the forecast. Dry air back out to the west, so that bodes well for the weekend. It looks like the weekend's going to be beautiful here. And look at the computer model. It really wants to keep us well above freezing. The lowest this model took us down to is 38. I think we'll get a little bit lower than that, and then again a good chance of rain in the remainder of the forecast. What about the future cast? I'll freeze it up at midnight, and again, it doesn't show any rain here, but could have a couple of pockets of drizzle. We remain above freezing, and again, just a few scattered showers, and then the showers will become more numerous as we get into the forecast for tomorrow. But again, tonight, 35 in town, 40% chance of scattered showers, and again, that will be in the form of freezing rain and sleet for the hill country. And again, we are looking like bad weather for the next couple of days. The weekend we will salvage, but we stay cold over the next couple of days. So Sarah, I think we're okay here in the city, but we can't stress enough, if you don't have to be on the roads, it's better to stay home on a night like tonight.
Be safe and just kind of take it easy by the fireplace, celebrate the new year quietly.
There you go. We all want to see 2015.
All right, thanks, Jared.
Jared Silverman got the great assignment tonight. He's out there on scene. Jared, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you both. Yeah, they're even better here in Poteet. And by the way, if you've got a family and you're trying to plan your Friday night, why not take them on down here to the strawberry capital of Texas? After all, tonight and tonight only, it is completely free. So if you have a family of 4, it's going to be $0 tonight, but over the weekend, $15 a head. And one of the great places to visit right here, the Strawberry Mercantile. Let's go on in and see if we could say hello to some of the folks in here. Get my camera guy in. And by the way, one of the things that you get here, strawberry wine. And let's say hello. What's your name, sir?
Robert Munoz.
And your name?
Ruth Carson.
And your name?
Abel Munoz.
Okay, well, we've got the Poteet strawberry. There are 2 different kinds of bottles. You see this one right here, that's strawberry, and the other one is the strawberry and Mustang grape. Let's go ahead and have a little tasting. And while we pour this up, can you guys tell me how many of these bottles would you say, is this something that's very popular year in and year out?
Yes, it is. It's very popular.
And there was one year you guys told me that you ran out and the cases ran dry, but there is no other place. Is there any other place in the world where you can get these particular bottles of wine?
Only at the winery here in Poteet.
So either you come out here to Poteet, to the festival, or the winery right down the road. We're going to try one right here. Oh, that is delicious. But equally delicious is what we have over here. You can make all kinds of great things with strawberries. I'm here with Yolanda. Say hello.
Hi, how are y'all?
And what's one of the most popular strawberry snacks that you have here?
The strawberry nachos.
The strawberry nachos, which I myself have never tried, but I'd love to try it. Do you have it?
We'll wrap you up right now.
Excellent. And we have so many other desserts that you see here, and a lot of what you see here use the Poteet strawberries and fruit from the local farms and a winery right down the street. What you're looking at here, Rice Krispie treats, treats for the whole family. Remember, it is completely free. They've got a hypnotist that's going to be going by the tent at about 7 p.m. Maybe they just use this right here to hypnotize people. I'm sure it would work. You're getting sleepy or hungry. Live from the Poteet Strawberry Festival, I'm meteorologist Jared Silverman, Ken's 5 Eyewitness News.
Making friends and drinking wine. What a great assignment, Jared. Thank you much.